Good morning, grade 11 students. Ayan, so as you can see on our slide, no, or in our presentation, so our next discussion is all about badminton. So in this discussion, no, the objective of our lesson for today, and so at the end of our lesson, so you students should be able to describe not the history of badminton by explaining where the sports originated and how it became popular now worldwide. And second, demonstrate the basic skills in badminton such as proper grip, serving, and basic hitting technique during practice activities. And lastly, identify the rules and common faults in badminton and apply them correctly during the mini game or class activity. So as I mentioned, no, sa ibang section, and so kapag nag-meet po tayo ulit, so you are required not to bring your own shuttlecock and own racket. Okay? So, as I mentioned also, so in this lesson, so matututunan ninyo kung saan ba nag-originated or saan ba nagmula yung sport na badminton and ano yung mga basic skills na kakailangan ninyo for you not to play the sports badminton. And ano ba yung mga rules and regulations? Ano ba yung mga simple faults na meron tayo sa sport na badminton? Okay, and before I proceed, so I'm hoping, no, hoping that my audio is clear and my voice is clear at your end. Okay, ayan. So once again, good morning and let's proceed. Okay, so let's proceed in the origins of the badminton first. So sabi diyan, the origin of badminton uh, date back at least 2,000 years ago to the game of battledore and shuttlecock. So when we say battledore, and you all know naman na meron tayong paddle no, na ginagamit sa badminton and which is called as the badminton racket. Okay? So, yun po ang ibig sabihin ng battledore. Okay? For us to play the sport badminton, we need a paddle. Okay? And the badminton was first no traced in the country Greece, China, and India. And before the badminton called badminton, so it was first called as Puna. Okay? And um, sa bansang India, doon po siya unang natawag na Puna. Okay? So during the 18th century natin. So before the badminton called badminton, Puna muna yung tawag sa kanya. And badminton took its name from Badminton House in Gloucestershire, the ancestral home of the Duke of Beaufort, where the sports was played in the last um, century. Okay? So, ang badminton, ang name ng badminton daw is nanggaling siya sa mismong bahay or sa pinaka-base daw kung saan unang nalaro no yung sport na badminton. Okay, so the badminton house was called Gloucestershire na kung saan ito din daw yung bahay no ng father ng badminton. Okay, so this is the view of the Gloucestershire or the house of the badminton. And now, ang Gloucestershire natin, hindi lang po siya naging bahay no ng father of badminton natin or the Duke of Beaufort. So naging base na rin daw siya no ng mga samahan ng mga naglalaro ng badminton internationally. Okay, so ang samahan na yan is tinawag po siyang International Badminton Federation or also known as IBF. And the father of badminton or the Duke of Beaufort is also known as Henry Charles Fitzroy Somerset. Okay, so ito po yung itsura ng father of badminton natin. So siya ang nagpasimuno kung bakit meron tayong sport na badminton. Okay. Ayan. And noong 1934, so doon nag-start yung IBF natin and noong ginawa, no, or sinimulan yung IBF natin noong 1934, meron daw tayong mga 9 members or mga naging official na member po no, ng IBF natin. So, the members are the countries ng Canada, Denmark, France, Netherlands, England, New Zealand, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. So, the 9 countries are the first 9 members of the IBF or the International Badminton Federation. And noong 1948, so nagkaroon tayo ng first big international big federation tournament na kung saan itong first tournament na ito is tinawag siyang Thomas Cup. And itong Thomas Cup na to is kilala siya na Men's World Team Championship. Okay, so literally, kaya siya natawag na Men's World Team Championship is more males daw yung mga unang naglaro no, ng sport na badminton. Okay, so ayan. So noong 1948, so nagkaroon tayo ng first big International Badminton Federation Tournament na tinawag siyang Thomas Cup or Men's World Team Championship. And noong 1934 din, okay, so yung International Badminton Federation natin is tinawag na rin siya as the Badminton World Federation. So, nung unang tinayo no, yung International Badminton Federation natin, so mga ilang months lang ng 1934, so napalitan na siya as Badminton World Federation kasi naging popular na daw no, yung sport na badminton. Kaya naging World Federation na World Federation na siya. So marami ng mga countries na no yung sumali. So hindi na lang yung mga first 9 countries. Okay, so meron mga dumagdag. So dahil naging Badminton World Federation na siya noong 1934 and unti-unti siya naging popular and famous no all throughout the world. So ang badminton sport natin is naging official Olympic sport na rin siya. So nasali na siya sa mga Olympic tournaments natin noong 1992. Okay, so the first official badminton tournament natin is ginanap siya sa Barcelona, Spain. Okay, so I hope you follow no the history of the badminton. So let's proceed na kung ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng badminton. So badminton is a racket game played by 2 or 4 players on rectangular court. So kapag 2 players yung naglalaro is sila po yung tinatawag natin mga singles. Okay, and then kapag 4 naman yung mga players na nakikita natin inside the court, so sila ang tinatawag nating doubles. And you all know naman na the badminton can be also considered as individual and dual sports. Okay, so kapag individual, dalawa lang ang naglalaban. Okay, and then kapag dual sports naman, so 4 na yung naglalaban. So meron tayong nagiging partners no sa mga dual sports po natin. So badminton is considered as individual and dual sport. And the main objective of the badminton is very simple lang, no? Kasi kailangan lang natin i-hit yung net or i-hit yung shuttlecock natin para mapunta siya doon sa kabilang net or doon sa court ng mismong opponent po natin. Okay? And you can hit the shuttle fast, slow, high, flat, or low. And you can smash it with maximum power or use the most delicate touch shot. Okay? So, pwede daw natin i-hit yung mismong shuttlecock natin na mabilis. Pwede rin daw naman natin siyang i-hit ng mabagal. Pwede rin natin siyang i-hit ng mataas. I-hit ng flat lang or yung straight lang. And pwede rin natin siyang i-hit ng pababa. So kapag pababa na yung hit natin, so yun na rin yung smash na tinatawag natin. Okay? Ayan. So that is the badminton. No? And let's proceed with the facilities and equipments naman in the badminton. So ano-ano nga ba yung mga um, equipments na kakailanganin natin, no, sa sport na badminton? So we have 4 equipments lang naman. Okay, so the first equipment is the badminton racket, na kung saan ang badminton racket natin is pwede siyang magawa in a several types of materials, no, na nakadepende na lang kung ano yung selections, no, doon sa material na gagamitin natin kapag gagawa tayo ng isang badminton racket. Okay? Ayan. So kapag um, yung mga materials natin is medyo magaan lang, no? So mas magiging magaan din, no, yung um, badminton racket natin. So nakadepende sa mga materials na gagamitin natin kung bibigat ba or gagaan, no, yung mismong badminton racket natin. Okay? And ang pinaka size, no, ng badminton racket natin is yung haba niya is 26.75 inches and yung lapad po niya is 9 inches. And yung gaan naman ng badminton racket natin is 80 to 100 grams siya. Okay? So, sa katawan ng tao, meron tayong different types of parts, no? So, ang badminton racket natin is parang katawan din siya ng tao. Okay, so meron din siyang mga parts. Okay, so the frame is yun yung pinakakabuuan ng mismong badminton racket natin. Okay, and inside of this oval shape, okay, so ito yung tinatawag nating head. And inside the head is, ito po yung tinatawag natin na string area or yung mga strings natin. Na kung saan yung mga strings is connected siya sa mismong head natin. Okay, head ng mismong badminton racket natin. And below the head, no, meron po tayong tinatawag na throat. And below the throat, yung mahaba natin, so ito yung tinatawag nating body. Okay? And or tinatawag natin siyang shaft. Okay? And then, connecting on the head through the throat and through the body going down, no? So, kung saan na natin hinahawakan yung mismong badminton racket natin, tinatawag na natin siyang handle. And below the handle, okay, so meron pa po tayong tinatawag or meron pa po yan tawag. Okay, so ang tawag po natin dito sa pinaka-below or sa pinaka-baba, no, ng mismong handle natin, so tinatawag natin siyang butt, okay, B-U-T-T or C-U-P or cup. Okay? So yan po ang tawag natin sa pinaka baba, no, ng mismong badminton racket natin. Okay? So again, the whole part, okay, so the whole part is tawag po natin diyan is frame, and the oval shape, okay, so tinatawag po natin yung head. And inside, no, the head is tinatawag po natin na string area, and below the head, okay, so tinatawag po natin siyang throat. Okay, so connecting on the head and connecting on the throat, so yung mahaba natin, tinatawag natin siyang shaft or body. Okay, ayan. And connecting on the body, the throat, the head, kung saan natin hinahawakan, okay, so tinatawag natin siyang handle. And below the handle, so tinatawag natin siyang butt or cup. Okay, so that is the part of the badminton racket. Okay? So, buburahin ko lang. Okay, yan. So, again, first, the string area muna tayo. So, the knitted part of the badminton racket with which the players intends to hit the shuttlecock. Ayan, so, pinaka-importante, no, yung strings natin in the badminton racket. Kasi hindi naman natin mapapalo, no, yung shuttlecock natin if wala tayong string or walang harang yung mismong head natin. Okay? So, kung walang harang, of course, magpa-pass through lang siya. No? Lulusot lang siya. Kaya napaka-importante na dapat merong string yung mga badminton rackets po natin. And next, the head. Ayan, na kung saan ang head po ang nagko-connect ng mga strings natin. And again, the shape of the head is oval. And the throat, and so ito naman nagso-support, no, sa mismong shaft natin and sa mismong handle natin. Okay? And then of course, the body or the shaft. So nakakonect din yan, no, sa throat and then sa mismong head and even sa mismong handle. And of course, the handle. So bottommost part of the racket gripped by the players. So kung saan na po natin hinahawakan. Okay? Ayan. And the second equipment that we need is the shuttlecock. So shuttlecock is also known as bird or shuttle. So tinawag siyang bird kasi meron tayong um, gawa, no, sa feathers. Na kung saan kaya din siya tinawag na bird is syempre, no, kapag hinik natin siya, magfa-fly siya. Okay? So that is the reason bakit tinawag siyang birdie. Okay? And sa feather shuttlecock natin, so meron tayong 16 goose feathers. So kapag hindi siya umabot ng 16, kapag 15 lang siya, asahan po ninyo, hindi maganda yung paglipad ng shuttlecock natin. Okay, so ito yung pinaka bilang dapat ng goose feathers na meron tayo sa feather shuttlecock. Okay, and ang mga feathers natin, no, nakakonect po sila sa cork head natin. So yung pinakababa, no, pinakababa ng mismong shuttlecock natin is tinatawag natin siyang cork head. Okay? Ayan. So yan po ang tawag natin doon sa pinakababa ng shuttlecock natin. Okay? So again, in our shuttlecock, so kailangan ang bilang ng feathers is 16 goes. Okay? And dapat ang mga feathers is intact sila or firmly fixed sila, no, sa cork head natin. And ang cork head natin is gawa siya sa leather. Okay? Ayan. So the weight of our shuttlecock is 4.74 to 5.50 grams. And we have two types of shuttlecock. Okay? So the difference of the two, so ang feather shuttlecock natin is ginagamit siya for the official tournaments, no? And ang plastic shuttlecock natin is ginagamit siya ng mga beginners or yung mga nagtitraining pa lang. Okay? Ayan. And also, ang plastic shuttlecock natin is ito yung ginagamit natin kapag naglalaro tayo outside. No, kapag naglalaro tayo with our friends. Okay? And the feathers, ginagamit siya inside the court naman. Okay? So yung mga official tournaments natin. Okay? Ayan. So the plastic shuttle is heavier than the feather shuttlecock. Okay? Kaya mas okay na gamitin ang plastic shuttlecock kapag beginners ka lang kasi matitrain ka na, no, sa pag-hit ng shuttlecock natin. So kapag lumaban ka na sa mga official shuttlecock, hindi ka na mahihirapan, no, sa pag-hit ng shuttlecock natin. Kasi ang plastic shuttlecock is matutulungan kayo na ma-improve, no, yung force na binibigay mo kapag pinapalo mo yung shuttlecock. Kasi nga, mas mabigat ito kaysa sa feather shuttlecock. Okay, so again, the difference of the two is ang plastic shuttlecock is ginagamit siya for the beginners and kapag naglalaro tayo outside, And for the feather shuttlecock naman is ginagamit na ito sa mga official tournaments. And this one is much lighter than the plastic shuttlecock. Okay? And let's proceed with the badminton net. And so the height of the badminton from the ground is 1.55 or 5 feet and 1 inch po. And in badminton court natin, so we have two types of badminton court for the single and for the doubles. So as you can or as you observe sa badminton courts natin is mas malawak ang badminton doubles natin. Kasi ang sukat po ng badminton court for singles natin is 17 feet wide by 44 feet long. And for our doubles naman is 20 feet wide by 44 feet long. So ano ang difference ng dalawa? Okay, so wala naman silang big difference. Ang big difference lang nila is the size and mas malawak ang pinaka badminton court ng doubles. Aside dito sa badminton court ng singles. Kasi as you observe, dito sa badminton court natin is occupied. Occupied siya ng green. Wherein, ibig sabihin po niyan, kahit na andito na sila sa side, makakount pa din yung mga movements nila and hindi pa sila mako-considered as outside or nasa outside na yung net or yung shuttlecock nila. Kasi ang pinaka-outside ng shuttlecock natin sa doubles is sa pinakalabas na po ng badminton court natin. Hindi katulad sa mismong badminton singles natin. So, ang pinaka-outside nila is dito sa part na to, yung walang green. Okay? So, hindi na sila pwedeng or hindi na pwedeng lumapag or hindi na pwedeng mag-land dito yung shuttlecock natin kasi mako-considered na siya as outside po. Okay? So, ang outside sa double is yung pinaka-outside na po ng ring or ng court natin. Okay? Ayan. So, again, the size of the badminton court for singles is 17 feet wide and 44 feet long. And for the doubles naman is 20 feet wide by 44 feet long. So let's proceed na with the badminton skills. Okay, so these are the basic skills that you need to understand. Kasi ito yung mga kakailanganin ninyo para magkaroon kayo or para mas maintindihan ninyo kung paano laruin yung sport na badminton. Okay? Ayan. So, the first three basic skills are footwork, clear, and drop shot. So, unahin natin yung sa footwork. So, yung sa footwork natin, so ito yung nag-deals lang na dapat magkaroon tayo ng tamang pag-move or tamang paggalaw ng mga feet natin sa loob ng court. Kasi napaka-importante dahil kahit gaano ka kalakas pumalo, kung mali naman yung positions mo, mahihirapan ka pa rin manalo sa play or sa relay ng badminton. Sa badminton kasi, syempre, kailangan ka ng agility or ng speed and dapat magaan din yung katawan mo. So, nakakatulong daw ang mga footworks para makapagbigay ka ng tamang speed and agility and para mas gumaan yung katawan natin habang naglalaro tayo ng badminton. And also, kapag tama yung mga footworks natin, of course, ma-avoid natin or mape-prevent natin yung sarili natin na maka-experience ng mga injuries. Okay? And the next skill is the clear. So, sabi dito, a high deep shot to push the opponent back. So, ang clear ay isa sa mataas at malayong pagpalo na kung saan kapag pinalo natin yung shuttlecock is mapupunta sa likod yung kalaban natin. So, remember lang na when you use the skill of na clear, so dapat tama rin yung force na mabibigay natin. Okay, so para ma-avoid natin na yung hit natin is mapunta sa labas or ma-consider siya as outside. Okay, so kapag nangyari kasi yon, yung point is mapupunta doon sa kalaban. Okay, so ginagamit din no itong shot na to para bigyan ka ng time na makapwesto no ulit doon sa tamang position mo, and kapag pagod na yung katawan mo, pwede mong gamitin yung clear shot para magkaroon ka ng mabilisang rest no or mabilisang pag deep breath no para magkaroon ka ulit ng strength. Okay? And then next, ang drop shot natin. So ang drop shot naman ay kabaliktaran siya ng clear kasi ito yung konting pagpalo na halos parang dumadampi or nagtatouch lang yung um, parang nagtatouch lang yung racket mo sa net pero hindi naman talaga siya. Ne? So ang drop shot is ginagamit ito para magulat or gulatin yung mga kalaban lalo na kapag nasa likod siya ng court. Okay, so usually kasi kapag ginamit mo yung clear tapos nalipat ng kalaban or na-hit ulit niya papunta sa court mo, so pwede mo siyang sundan ng drop shot. Okay? Para magkaroon ka ng points. Kasi hindi naman agad-agad na makakapag-recover yung kalaban mo kapag clear yung ginamit mo. So babalik na naman siya, no? And hahabulin niya yung shuttlecock kapag ginawa mo yung drop shot. Okay, from the back of the court, syempre, kailangan niyan mapunta na mabilisan sa pinaka-front of the net para ma-hit niya ulit no, yung shuttlecock kapag ginawa mo yung drop shot. Okay, so yun ang first three basic skills na meron po tayo sa sport na badminton. Okay, so the other three is the smash, drive, and net play. So ang smash is isa sa pinakakilalang pagpalo no or isa ito sa mga pinakakilalang skill na ginagawa sa sport na badminton kasi ito yung malakas at pababang pag-hit natin no lalo na kapag malayo yung pag or mataas yung hit na binigay sa iyo ng kalaban. So pwede mo siyang talunin tapos pwede mong i-hit yung shuttlecock mo, and then yung pag-travel ng shuttlecock mo is pababa siya or pa-dip siya. Okay? And ang smash is ginagamit siya para tapusin no yung relay or yung laro. Okay? So ginagamit din ito kapag may pagkakataon kang mag-attack at assure na makakakuha ka ng points. Next, which is the drive. So a fast shot exchange in rapid rallies. So ang drive naman ay isang mabilis at straight na pagpalo. So karaniwan ginagamit yung drive sa mabilis na pagpalo kung saan parehong aggressive no yung mga um, opponents or yung mga manlalaro natin. Okay? Ayan. And next is the net play. Ayan. So ang net play naman ay ginagawa kapag malapit siya sa net or kapag malapit ka sa net. So dito, napaka-importante na magkaroon ka ng control and dapat maingat yung movement mo and dapat mabilis yung reaction time mo. Okay, so maliit na mistake lang na gagawin mo kapag malapit ka sa net, so possible na magkaroon ng puntos no yung kalaban. Okay? And let's proceed with the next one naman. Ayan. So the two basic ways of gripping. So ito naman yung ways natin kung paano natin hinahawakan yung badminton racket natin. Okay, so tinatawag natin forehand grip and the backhand grip. Ayan. So remember, ang gripping natin or yung pag-grip natin sa badminton racket is napaka-importante kasi kapag tama yung pagbigay or paghawak natin ng badminton racket natin, so ma-avoid natin na mahuhulog no yung badminton racket natin. Kaya napaka-importante na maintindihan at malaman ninyo kung paano ba yung mga proper gripping natin. Okay? So Ang forehand grip is ginagamit siya kapag ang shuttlecock ay nasa dominant side ng kamay mo. So halimbawa, kung right-handed ka, ito yung gagamitin mo, no, sa pagpalo ng shuttlecock. Okay? And then kapag backhand grip naman, so ginagamit ang backhand grip kapag ang shuttlecock ay nasa kabilang side ng katawan mo. So dito mahalaga ang tamang pag-ikot, no, ng kamay at wrist para hindi maging mahina yung pag-hit or pagpalo mo ng shuttlecock. Ayan. So kapag nag-meet tayo face to face, so ituturo ko sa inyo kung paano yung positions, no, or paano i-demonstrate yung mga gripping natin. Okay? So, let's proceed sa serving fundamental skills. Ayan. So, before starting the game, so the opponent toss a coin with the winner choosing A to serve first, to receive first, or B is for the side. Ayan. So, bago magsimula yung isang laro ng badminton, so magto-toss coin muna daw yung dalawang manlalaro. And kapag kung ano yung napili nilang side doon sa coin, so possible na sila daw yung unang magse-serve or sila yung unang magre-receive. Okay? So kapag nanalo, of course, or kapag nanalo ka doon sa toss coin, so ikaw yung unang magkakaroon or magkakaroon ka ng advantage, no, na makakuha ng first points mo. And if your score is even, your serve from the right. So kapag even numbers, so ano ba yung mga even numbers natin? 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on and so forth. Okay, so kapag even daw, so sa right side ka daw magsaserve. And then kapag odd number naman daw, yung score mo, sa left side ka ng court magsaserve. Yan. So meron tayong dalawang basic serving na sa badminton. We have the forehand serve and the backhand serve. So kung mapapansin ninyo and ma-observe ninyo, kapag forehand serve ang ginagawa natin, so yung badminton racket natin is nasa side of our body. Okay, and nasa labas siya. And kapag backhand serve naman, so kung mapapansin ninyo, yung um, badminton racket natin is nakapaloob siya sa katawan natin. Okay? So yan yung two types of basic serve na ginagawa natin sa sport na badminton. And let's proceed sa rules naman. Yan. So sabi dito, each organization is allowed one single and one double team. So a student may compete in both. So bawat organizations daw, so pwede daw maglaro yung student and pwede siyang mamili kung saan niya gusto. Kung maglalaro siya sa singles or maglalaro siya sa double. Or kung gusto niya laruin, no, yung both. Okay, so pwede daw po yun. So ang mga students ay pwede ring sumali, no, sa singles and doubles game natin. Okay? Ayan. So let's proceed. So sabi dito, a player must wait until his opponent is ready before serving. If the opponent attempts return, then he is ruled having been ready. So sinasabi lang dito na we cannot serve daw if our opponent is not yet ready. Kasi kapag nag-serve tayo, so pwede na makonsider and pwedeng ibigay yung point natin nun sa kalaban. Okay, so kailangan muna nating antayin na maging ready yung kalaban natin bago tayo mag-serve. Okay, kasi remember din no, sa paglalaro ng badminton, um, tinuturo din no, na dapat maging um, tawag dito, maging honest tayo. Okay, and also yung sportsmanship natin and dapat iniisip pa rin natin yung mismong kalaban natin. Okay, kahit kalaban natin yan, kailangan i-treat pa rin natin sila ng tama. Okay, bigyan pa rin natin sila ng respect. If they are not yet ready, wag muna nating simulan no, yung mismong game natin. Okay? Ayan. So, the feet of both players must remain in the stationary position. So, dapat daw nakastay lang no, yung mismong mga feet natin. So, dapat naka-intact talaga sila sa floor. So, bawal tayo mag-move habang nagsiserve po tayo. Okay? And also, remember, bawal din tayo mag-step no, sa mismong lines natin. Ayan. So, it is not a fault if you miss the shuttle while serving. So, hindi daw po mali, no? So, or wala kang or hindi ka daw magkakaroon ng violations kapag nag-serve ka, hindi mo siya natamaan. Okay, so kapag hindi mo natamaan yung shuttlecock kapag magsa-serve ka, so yung points is mapupunta siya sa kalaban lang. And wala kang violations po nun. Okay? Yan. So next, the shuttle cannot be caught and slung with the racket. So ang shuttlecock ay dapat direktang paluin no, gamit yung mismong badminton racket natin. So bawal siyang saluhin, no, bawal siyang ihagis no, para mapunta siya doon sa um, court ng kalaban natin. So dapat ang mga shuttlecock natin is continuous siya na pinapalo ng mismong badminton racket natin. Okay, and sabi dito, a player cannot hold his racket near the net to ward off a downward stroke by his opponent or to interfere with his racket. And as you can see, no, dito sa mga pictures natin, sinasabi na take shuttle after it has fly fast to your side. Okay. And follow through over the net. Okay, so ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng mga to? So, or anong ibig sabihin nitong slide natin na to? So, bawal daw abutin no, yung shuttlecock natin sa kabilang net. So, kapag hindi pa daw siya nagpa-pass through or hindi pa daw siya lumalagpas sa net natin kapag nasa side pa siya nung kalaban natin, bawal pa po siyang i-hit. Okay, so yun po kasi yung mga nagiging um, common problem sa mga naglalaro ng badminton. So, ginagawa nila, hinihit na nila agad no, yung shuttlecock kahit nasa side pa ng mismong kalaban natin. So, kapag ganun yung nangyari, kapag hinit daw ninyo no, yung shuttlecock na wala pa siya doon sa mismong corner mo or doon sa mismong court mo, so magkakaroon ka ng violations or magkakaroon ka ng fault. Okay? So, pwede naman daw gawin yung follow through over the net pagkatapos mong tamaan yung shuttlecock sa side mo. So, okay lang na tumawid yung racket mo no, sa ibabaw ng mismong net natin. Okay, so yun yung tinatawag natin na follow through over the net. So, okay lang na after mong i-hit yung mismong shuttlecock papunta sa kalaban, so pwede na uh, mapunta yung mismong badminton racket mo sa taas ng net. So, yun yung tinatawag natin na follow through. Okay, so legal pa rin naman yung follow through. Ang fault lang is, or yung illegal lang is kapag yung shuttlecock is nandito pa siya sa side ng kalaban. Okay? And also, so magkakaroon din tayo ng fault if mali yung pag-position ng mga handles or ng pag-grip natin. Okay? So this one is the backhand grip. Okay, so sabi dito, the shuttle at the instant of being hit is higher than the server's waist or the head of the racket is higher than the server's racket hand. Okay, so dito, the shuttle is higher than the server's waist at the moment it is hit. Okay, so dapat daw yung positions ng backhand grip natin is dapat nasa may lower waist natin. Okay, so bawal po siya naka-level, no? Katulad na nakikita po ninyo. So, during the service, the head of the racket must not be upper than your wrist. So, bawal po yun. So, dapat ito yung tamang position po natin. Okay? And so, the shuttle does not land in the correct service court if nasa may right side ka no, ng court mo. So, dapat yung travel ng mismong shuttlecock mo is dapat papunta siya sa left. Okay? Ayan. So, again, kapag even score, no? Kapag right side ka magsaserve, even yung score mo. Okay? And then kapag left side ka sa serve, odd number yung score mo. So kapag nasa left side ka, dapat yung receiver mo is nasa right side. Okay? So ganun po yung pagsaserve natin sa badminton. Okay? And then, katulad na nabanggit ko kanina, so dapat po intact yung pagsaserve mo and please avoid this one. Okay? Ayan. So, bawal na bawal po tayong tumapak sa mga lines natin. So, kapag nakita na nakatapak ka no, sa ang tawag dito sa lines, sa mga boundary lines, so magiging illegal serving yung serve mo. So, mapupunta yung score, of course, sa opponent mo nun. And then, in here naman, so the server steps forward as she serves. So dapat kapag nag-serve ka daw, so yung foot mo dapat forward na din. So bawal lang kayong gumalaw no kapag magsa-serve kayo. Pero kapag after serve, so pwede na kayong mag-move. Okay, so pwede na kayong mag-forward po nun. So sabi din dito, any player balking or fainting is opponent before serve or during serve. So when we say bulking kasi ito yung bigla na lang tayo mag-i-stop or bigla na lang tayo magde-delay no, sa pag-serve natin. Para yung bulking is ang purpose niya to give confusion no, sa opponent. So kapag bulking kasi, for example, i-hit mo na tapos bigla kang mag-i-stop. Okay? Para magkaroon ng confusion yung kalaban. Okay, and then when we say fainting naman kasi, so dito, gumagawa tayo ng mga fake movements na kung saan kapag magsaserve natin, for example, titirahin na natin siya, pero ang totoong gagawin natin is, i-fake lang natin, no, yung pag-serve natin. So, hindi pala natin muna siya titirahin. And another mistake pa, so, kunwari, tinira mo na, or titirahin mo pa lang yung shuttlecock, tapos yung racket mo is ituturo mo doon sa side kung saan mo papatama. So, fainting din po, no, yung tawag doon. Okay, so, tinitrick natin yung opponent natin kapag fainting. Kapag bulking naman, so, nagkakaroon tayo ng delay sa pag-serve natin. Okay, so, remember, dapat maging fair, no, tayo sa mga opponent natin and avoid natin na nagbibigay tayo ng distraction or confusion. Okay? So, katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, ang values po sa badminton is honesty and sportsmanship. And sabi din dito, a serve or shot that lands outside the court boundaries passes under or through the net touches any other obstructions or a player body or clothing, so the boundary and service lines are considered in place. If the shuttle lands outside the court, no, outside the boundaries sa court natin, okay, so magkakaroon na po tayo ng fault. And if the shuttle passes under or through the net, so kapag under yung pagpass, no, ng shuttle natin, so medyo may mistake tayo nun. Okay? So dapat kasi ang travel ng mismong shuttlecock natin is lalagpas talaga siya sa taas ng net, hindi po sa baba ng net. Ayan. So the shuttle in play is struck before it crosses the net. So, katulad na nabanggit natin kanina, so hindi po pwede yun. So, dapat bago mo paluin, bago mo i-struck yung shuttlecock, dapat nakalagpas na siya sa net ng opponent mo. And bawal din tayong lumapit, no? Or bawal nating i-touch yung badminton net natin. And bawal din na i-hit mo yung shuttlecock ng 2 beses. And so for the scoring system, so a match consists of best of 3 games. And for us to win the game, so dapat makapag obtain ka or makagain ka ng 21 points. So every time there is a serve, there is a point scored. So dapat tama yung pag-serve mo. So the side winning a rally adds a points to its score. So at 20 all, kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng deuce, okay? So kapag 20 all siya, so the side which gains 2 points lead first. So kapag 20-20 yung score, kung una kang nagkaroon ng 2 points, ikaw yung mananalo sa game. And if 29 all naman, kung sino yung unang maka 30th point, siya ang mananalo. Okay, so the side winning a game serve first, kung nanalo ka sa first relay or rally, ikaw yung magsaserve sa second rally. Okay, and for the interval and change of ends, so a 1-minute interval between each game is allowed. So meron pong mga 1-minute break, no, yung mga players natin for them to rest, for them to drink their water, no, and also for them to prepare on the next rally or on the next game. And for the change of ends naman, so ito yung switching side or switching court natin. So in the third game ng badminton natin, so yung mga players natin is mag-change of court na sila. And kapag nag-lead na ng 11 points, no, so doon din po mag-change of sides. And then for the singles, so at the beginning of the game, 0-0, and when the server's scores is even, the server serves from the right service court. When the server's score is odd, the server serves from the left service court. If the server wins a rally, so the server scores a point and then serves again from the alternate service court. So these are just a reminder, no, for the singles. And so hindi ko na po siya i-explain and i-elaborate. Ayan. And then for the doubles naman, so a side has only one set. So the service passes consecutively to the players as shown in the diagram. So the beginning of the game, and when the score is even, the server serves from the right service court. When it is odd, the server serves from the left court. If the serving side wins a rally, the serving side scores a point and the same server serves again from the alternate service court. And this are the other reminders for the doubles. And lastly, so take note of this. Now, the order of server depends on the score odd or even, same as in single. And the servicing side changes the service court only when a point is scored. In all other cases, the players continue to stay in their respective service court from where they played previous rally. So this should guarantee alternate server. So that's all for our discussion, no, for the sports badminton. So if you have any clarifications, concerns, no, if meron po kayong hindi naintindihan, feel free to message me, no, para mas mapaliwanag ko sa inyo. Okay? So with that, thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much for watching. our recorded video. So have a nice day, everybody. Thank you.